Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has reiterated Pakistani nation is unflinching support for the oppressed people of occupied Kashmir. Special Assistant on Information says human chain formed to express solidarity with people of occupied Kashmir will break the shackles of the siege. In occupied Kashmir, forceful demonstrations were held in different areas of the valley today to protest against the Indian occupation. Pakistan has showed its full support to Turkey in its efforts for enhanced security and regional stability. Pakistan, Iran, Afghanistan, and UNHCR have agreed to work on a strategy for voluntary repatriation of Afghan refugees. At the United Nations, Pakistan has called for stepped-up efforts to address root causes of terrorism. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has said the Pakistani nation will always stand by the oppressed people of occupied Kashmir. He was addressing participants of a human chain formed in Islamabad today to express solidarity with the Kashmiris. The Prime Minister said, "We will continue to support the people of occupied Kashmir, and our movement for the human rights of Kashmiris will become a sea one day." He said, "We are repeatedly giving a message to the world that 8 million Kashmiris have been under siege for over 2 months now." Imran Khan said, "It is an irony that the international media is giving much coverage to the protests in Hong Kong while it is ignoring the oppression against 8 million people of occupied Kashmir." He said the world should know that the people of Kashmir have gone beyond the fear of death. There will be millions of people on roads the day curfew is lifted from the occupied Kashmir. He said Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has committed a grave mistake by illegally annexing Kashmir. He said such oppressive tactics will not subjugate Kashmiris' just struggle for the right to self-determination. Their struggle will lead to their liberation from the Indian occupation. Radio Pakistan's correspondent Muhammad Akram Khan reports that a large number of people belonging to different walks of life formed a human chain to express solidarity with the Kashmiris. The participants chanted slogans for the freedom of Kashmir from the Indian occupation. Talking to media after formation of human chain in Islamabad today, Special Assistant on Information and Broadcasting said human chain formed to express solidarity with the people of occupied Kashmir will break the shackles of siege. She said Prime Minister Imran Khan will fulfill his promise to present the case of Kashmir before the world community. The Special Assistant said the Prime Minister has reiterated that Pakistan will always be raising the voice of oppressed people of occupied Kashmir. She said Imran Khan has urged the world leaders and international media to play their due role on the issue of Kashmir. Dr. Firdaus Ashiq thanked the media and public for participating in human chain and expressing solidarity for the Kashmiris. Foreign Minister Makhdoom Shah Mahmood Qureshi says negotiating Kashmir issue with India is useless due to its present leadership. Talking to newsmen in Bulletin today, he said if the United States or the United Nations can mediate on Kashmir issue, they should play their role. The foreign minister said Prime Minister Imran Khan in his tweet today has said and tried to realize the world that international media is reporting Hong Kong's protests in headlines while ignoring the worst situation in Indian occupied Kashmir. He said India is trying that Pakistan should be included in blacklist of FATF, but it will not succeed as we have taken effective measures against terror financing and money laundering. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said Hamad Azhar will elaborate Pakistan's position in Paris meeting. In occupied Kashmir, people held forceful demonstrations in different areas of Kashmir Valley today to register their protest against the Indian occupation and repeal of special status of the territory by India. According to Kashmir Media Service, as Jummah congregational prayers culminated, people took to the streets in Srinagar, Badgam, Gandarbal, Islamabad, Pulwama, Kolgam, Shopian, Bandipora, Baramulla, Kupwara, and other areas of the occupied territory and raised high-pitched pro-freedom and anti-India slogans. The protesters at several places were subjected to brute force by Indian police and troops. The authorities did not allow people to offer Jummah prayers at Srinagar's historic Jama Masjid and many other major mosques or shrines in the Kashmir Valley for the 10th consecutive week today since 5th of August. Talking to media on the occasion, the protesters vowed to continue their freedom struggle despite all odds. They thanked Pakistani people and Prime Minister Imran Khan for supporting their just cause and expressing solidarity with the besieged people of occupied Kashmir. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. Prime Minister Imran Khan has conveyed Pakistan's full support and solidarity with Turkey in its efforts for enhanced security and regional stability. He expressed the sentiments during a telephone call that he made to President Recep Tayyip Erdogan regarding the recent developments. The Prime Minister told him that Pakistan fully understands Turkey's concerns relating to terrorism. Imran Khan said, as a country which has lost more than 70,000 lives due to terrorism and borne the burden of more than 3 million refugees for decades, Pakistan is fully cognizant of the threats and challenges being faced by Turkey, having lost 40,000 of its people to terrorism. Imran Khan added that the government and people of Pakistan are looking forward to accord a warm welcome to President Erdogan on his forthcoming visit to Pakistan later this month. Pakistan, Iran, Afghanistan, and the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees have agreed to take forward the strategy for voluntary repatriation of Afghan refugees. The agreement was reached at an informal session of quadripartite meeting at Geneva on the sidelines of 70th session of Executive Committee of the High Commissioner's program. It was observed that the shortcomings that still exist in management of Afghan refugees and their gradual and voluntary repatriation should be plugged. The meeting also agreed in principle for support platform that would include additional players expected to contribute to this cause for both the host and home countries. The session was attended by Minister for Saffron and Narcotics Control, Shahryar Khan Afridi, Iran's Interior Minister Abdul Raza Rahimi Fazli, Afghan Minister for Refugees and Repatriation Syed Hussein Alami Belhi, and UNHCR Regional Director. Naval Chief Admiral Zafar Mahmood Abbasi represented Pakistan at a 3-day Sea Power Conference 2019 in Australia. He also held separate meetings with the naval chiefs of various countries, including Australia, Brunei, and the Philippines, on the sidelines of the conference. They discussed matters of mutual interest and bilateral maritime cooperation. During the meetings, Admiral Zafar Mahmood Abbasi highlighted Pakistan's role in combined maritime forces and also threw light on Pakistan Navy's initiative of regional maritime security patrol. He reiterated Pakistan's resolve against terrorism and highlighted Pakistan's role in the efforts being made for the global maritime security. Pakistan has called for stepped-up efforts to address terrorism's root causes and to counter the unjust defamation of certain religions that fosters misconceptions between Muslim world and the West. Addressing the General Assembly's 6th Committee in New York, which deals with legal matters, Pakistan's ambassador to UN, Maliha Lodhi, said international community must address the root causes of terrorism, including protracted, unresolved conflicts, unlawful use of force, aggression, foreign occupation, and denial of the right to self-determination. In Syria, Turkish forces are continuing their operation in northeast of the country. According to reports, over 277 Kurdish fighters have so far been killed in the operation. And now the weather report. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while cold in northern areas during the next 12 hours. However, rain and thunderstorms are expected at a few places in districts of Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Kashmir. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.